Morning. It is, I don't know, about 8 o'clock, the day after our previous video. Hello, Felix. Today, we're going to be working on that hole in the wall up there. Hello, porch cat. We're going to patch it. That's what this is for. We're going to scrape all of the texturing off the inside wall. That's what we'll use that for. Probably that. We will paint some kills on, not the textured part. That ain't gonna matter. That's coming off anyway. So we're gonna pull that crap off the wall. We'll paint that on there. We'll patch it as best we can from the inside and the outside. And I'm gonna need one of these. Put a little of that on the hole, push it through with this, so on and so forth. Hang those up. Oh, I don't need this anymore. I got a new, better soldering iron, so I can get rid of this thing. I really wanted one with a stand and a base and all this stuff, and then I got this one, and this one sucks. So yeah, we're getting rid of that. I bought a battery powered Craftsman one. I've used it a couple of times, and it's so much better than this. So file that away. Okay. Battery's charging. That battery's charging. Oh, man. I gotta do it now when it's like 60 instead of getting out and doing it later when it's gonna be like 90. That's how we roll, ladies and gentlemen. Am I gonna need anything else for this job? Oh yeah, that. Well, that's something I don't need. Little Felix here has got a hobble. Picked up a something the other day. Being a little ginger on that right forepaw. Don't know what happened. Thought it maybe stepped on a thorn or something. There's no thorn. It's not broken because you can manipulate, give it a little squeeze and all that. She seems fine. Just isn't walking on it very good. Good job, porch cat. All right. I got a tripod. I got my camera holder thing, so we'll go get that set up, see what we can do. See you in a bit. So I want to test something, and I want you guys to be here for it. So, being that I've been in that house like 10 years, right? And there's been a lot of people in and out of the apartment here. And one lady just complained. There's mold. There's this. There's this. I'm gonna die. You guys are killing me. Blah, 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 blah. She comes to me. I need you to fix it. I didn't own it at the time. It wasn't mine to fix. So I came in one day just to, helpful neighbor. We pulled the fridge out. We pulled the stove out. And said, here's your problem. You need to clean all this up. So she just bleached it and then left it alone. So that obviously, you can see by all the lighter patches, didn't fix it. Didn't even think to look over here. Now, what I want to do, gotta get this fridge out of here. I want to see. Maybe that doesn't go as far as I thought. Hey, there was a hole there. That's just caulking. That's chipped. Used to be a hole there. I was just trying to see. I've got a real long drill bit. Let's measure from the wall. Yeah, expert cinematography, I told you. About 13 inches or so. That's gonna be more like this area. Interesting. Well, if you're doing any kind of painting or any kind of anything, go get yourself one of these. I don't care if it's an Ace Hardware brand. These are invaluable. This is a 5-in-1. This one might be considered a 6 because of that. I don't know, but it's not a putty knife because it's not flexible. Like this. That's flexible. That is not. It's sharpened. Use this to clean out paint rollers. Kind of do that thing. Scraping walls. If you got drywall and you found a nail. You can pull the nail out with this little teardrop kind of thing. Cut all sorts of stuff. Very good tool to have. Good for stuff like this. All right. All of this crap is gonna have to come off. Man, they put that on there thick. They put that on there real thick. So before I do any unmolding with this, I probably should have some sort of respiratory gear on, but I don't own any, so I ain't wearing any. I'll be fine. Ain't killed me yet. I'm gonna cut out probably all the way down here to the Formica. And we'll treat that. And I think the other thing we'll do today, we'll patch the holes I can find outside. We'll take care of this. And I'm going to try and organize this a bit. When we moved everything in here, it looked a lot like this. So I'm going to try and straighten this out a bit. And y'all probably don't need to see me going through all of this. That's mic cables. That's got some drum stuff. That's headphones. That's books. Well, that's books. Saxophones and etc. etc. So might pull that paneling off. I don't know. The thing is, need to get power out here. It's have power, lights, etc. Make this job easier to do. But I also want to like I said, we're tearing down this wall, and I want to reframe at least this outside wall all the way around, because there's no insulation in it. Same with this, the bathroom wall here. That's just like paneling. It's not even drywall on. So I don't think there's any insulation in there. I just want to reframe the whole thing and then insulate it. Because like you see, that's the outside. And I probably need to do some kind of brush on vapor water barrier, but I hate doing that on the inside because it gets through the brick and then stops on the inside instead of getting stopped on the outside. So I'll have to figure out. I mean, I could just get a 5-gallon bucket of Kills and prime the whole thing. That'd probably be the best thing to do. Anyway, we're going to frame these out. And instead of putting my new framing this way, like you would normally frame, I'm going to put it this way. It's not going to be as thick, but I can put a little tiny bit of insulation in there. Foam board even would be better than nothing. And then temperature control wise, it'd be better. But I don't want to do too much of that because I need to run electrical, because we're going to lose that outlet and that outlet. And there's one down there we'll lose, and I'll lose this light switch. So there's my Pepsi. I'm looking everywhere for that. Anyway, there's no like right or wrong way to do this. There's just better ways for better situations. And I don't quite know which one I want to start with. But I know we're doing this today. All right, maybe that'll work. Pardon the big giant guy in the way. So we're going to cut this pretty much there. So murder on my blade, man. Murder. That's all right. That's okay. I know if you get this wet, it'll come off real easy. But then I have a wet mess instead of just a mess. And I don't want that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Well, that looks real nice. Beautiful. That's a squishy spot right there. I don't want anybody to be watching this and thinking like, oh, this guy, he knows what he's doing. We should totally learn how to do all this stuff watching Jason. He's on the ball. It's not true. I don't want to say I've had no formal training, but I really just kind of fly blind for the most part. It's so thin there, but it's so thick there. All right, let's see if we can. It's so thin there. It's so weird. Just the variance in thickness is bizarre. So, I think that is what we were pulling off at first. That's all just compound. That's just paint. Which is, kind of fine, but it's not great. I used to not like these knives because the blades often broke on me, but I've learned that just in terms of usability, these are much better than the little like box knives I used to use. These will do things. They'll do everything they will do to the most part, but then they'll do a lot of other things that those don't do. There we go. My coffee's over there. Should be safe. Should we end up like that guy in the gray matter story? Turn into a brain. You guys know the story, right? Just how they did this is so bizarre. Whatever, man. That was a good one. Okay. Yeah. The wall kind of curves out right by the door. That's an anchor. That's not where the cabinet was hung. There's an anchor. Something hung there once. That ain't great. That ain't great. Already started there. Let me, one second. Oh, there's no... All right. And these real cute little blinds, but the lifter's broken. Oh, now it wants to work. Didn't work in the window. And the little thing's gone. I should probably put some screen on that, and I can leave that open a little bit. Maybe that gets us a little more light. Well, this is going to take a little longer than I originally thought. So I'm going to cut the video here. We'll come back when I've got this cleaned up. And then we'll apply some kills. Okay, some progress has been made, not much. So this was what I thought for mica, but this was for mica up here. All this, that's the glue. It's like rubber cement. And even after Lord knows how long, rubber cement doesn't get hard. It stays kind of rubbery. So there was another anchor there. I'm imagining I'll find some kind of roughly that same height all the way across. And now that I'm looking at it, it looks like there's a little bit of a ridge, like right here. So I'm wondering if this Formica stops right about there instead of there. Don't know. Anyway. Okay, update. Couple things. There was a hole there, and they just patched that with a drywall compound. Not the best thing for that job. Formica, I think, stopped right here. So went all the way up. Got a little bottle of just some like soap and water, and I'm just wetting it a bit. Just, you know, it's not coming off the way I want it to, so we'll wet it and just keep working at it. Yeah, all that. And that's what color it was. Good old ivory, I guess. I'm surprised they got paint to stick to it as well as they did. Paint doesn't like to stick to Formica. Well, back at it. Yeah. Oh, I found another anchor somewhere else. There, maybe. Hole there, with part of an anchor still in it. Oh, and told you I've been renting this place, or the house, for years. There's like a crazy neighbor lady across the alley who kept putting renters in here, and they were always the ones that like the cops would have to show up for and all that. So I'm out here working, and she comes and knocks on the door. Can I talk to you? Yeah, sure. What's up? Well, I need somebody who's needs a place to live. Are you fixing this place up? She needs to rent it. I said, well, it's not for rent. What? Why not? Because it's mine and I don't want to rent it. Oh, well, she just needs a place to stay for a few months. Like, do you want to look around you? You know, not to be a jerk, but come on, lady. There's no appliances. The water runs, but there's no power. I'm not turning the power back on. It's like, come on, man. And number one, I'm not renting to anybody. Number two, especially anybody you know. I don't need the cops over here. Thanks, chicken. So got the the outer layer of paint off. Now I've got all this compound, and it's super thick. Like right here, it's real thick right there. But then it's like real thin over here, and the wall's not, level. So I don't really know what the plan was there. So what I done did is I wet this down, not quite enough to get it all, but ow, I'm injured again. I don't want this to get so saturated that it's going to take all day to dry, because I don't want to put that kills on while the board here is the cement on the wall is wet. Because I want the kills to get in there and bond. This may have been purple once. Anyway, get this all scraped off. So we're making progress, slowly but surely, and it's just been a back and forth, wet it a bit. This stuff I'm fine with, like this. That, I mean, if I had a brush, I could get a lot of that off, but I don't. It's all this white garbage that I want off of here. The rest is just bonus, A lot of this, man. It's tedious for sure. I want to get this all the way down to the cement, because I don't need to seal this. I need to seal this. So if I seal this and not this, if there's something getting through this, it's still going to get through and it'll stop behind the paint there. So if I seal this where it's porous, it won't get into the interior space, So I'm going to get this down as low as I can. Might not be in my worst interest to get a scraper or a real good, like wire wheel I could even put on my grinder. I take a lot of that off, but it'll plug up real quick because this is thick stuff. We'll do this section, and then as time goes on, that wall over there, the one we're taking down, I don't have to do that with. I don't have to do this with that. There's two walls in the other room I don't have to do this with. The wall over there, where the fridge and all that was, I don't have to do this with. But got to finish this one, the one behind us, and this same wall in the other room will need this done. Probably just go get like a big floor scraper for that. I think that'll work a little better. Get me a garden sprayer and fill it full of soapy water. Soak the whole thing. I don't care if the floor gets dirty because the floor's coming up too. So this up here just does not. Does not want to loosen up. Over here's not so bad. That's not great. This hammer is overkill for this job, but my little claw hammer is not where it's supposed to be, so. I didn't want to go look for it and get distracted and then not come back and finish this. That almost looked like paper. God, if that was wallpaper, how terrible would that be? It's not. I was worried for a second. And this doesn't have to look perfect because it's getting covered anyway, but I want as much of this gone as possible so when I do the wall, I get the most bang for my buck out of the wall. Because like I said, we'll frame it and insulate it and all that, and then it won't matter, but I want it to... This part needs to be function over form. We'll deal with form later. This is why when I buy my putty knives, I always make sure they have the cap on them. So you can apply a little persuasion. Doesn't work as well with the real flexible ones. It's all right. So I'm digging into the cement more than I'm digging into the compound there. I wonder if that's like quick set, like map high stuff. If you know what that is, then you know. And if you don't know, you still don't know. But that would sit up real hard like that. I don't think it's water soluble though. I think once it dries, it's pretty much done, you know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, I get a good match like that, but not very often. So I keep doing that to scratch it, to let the water get in there a little better, but it's just holding on tight, man. I even threw a bowl of water on it. Nothing doing. Put my hand right in it. All right. I'll keep working on it. See you in a bit. Took a little break from the inside wall and had some breakfast. and a hole back there for my power. There's no power to this, so it's just a very not to code extension cord running to an outlet over there. Still trying to get all my batteries charged. That one's still going. Oh, this one's done. Out of the way, lawnmower. There. Looks like there's a bar oil on there, maybe. Dripping out of that thing. But it's full, so I don't know. I'm confused. It's fine. The Craftsman charger hangs on the wall. This one won't, which is not as good. Okay, so we need this guy. Maybe that guy. Being as... Hi, Oscar. What's up? Being as this apartment was once an apartment and had people living there. Hi, porch. You look kind of dead, you know that? I don't approve. There's a water heater in there. Now, the power's been off for a week at this point. But all that water just been sitting in that water heater. And I don't want it just sitting in that water heater. So we're going to drain it. Suck it in, Tiny. I did open up the line in the kitchen sink. So I drained it out of there. Got the water shut off. I'm not going to disconnect the power here. I'm just going to turn it off at the breaker box. So when the power does come back on, this doesn't come back on empty and burn up those elements. So, there we go. Like I said, that water heater might go to the house. The one in the house is gas. And it's old. That one's fairly new. Probably not a whole lot in it, really, because I did leave that tap open for quite a while. We'll let it do its thing for a little bit. Now, if I were a water heater, I'll bet I'd be that one. You know what? Ain't no reason to have them all. 40 amp. That must have been the oven. Yeah, that must have been the oven. That's an old box, man. Old General Electric. I don't even know you can get a General Electric box anymore. Okay. So I just came out and sprayed this before I started recording to wet it again. And it's dry again because the wall just keeps soaking it up. I'm just going to do that one or two more times, then we'll hit that again. But for now, I'm going to put you guys on the tripod and we'll take a stab at this. So, make sure I don't hit any buttons. There we go. What? You fell. Sorry. I don't know if I can get this stand tall enough. It's a mic stand, not a camera stand. Good. Got sunglasses on, I can't tell. We're working right there. No, that's no good. There we go. OSHA approved. So what we got here is a ready-mix concrete patch from DAP. Cracks in breaks in concrete and masonry. There you go. As we discovered earlier, that hole is only about that deep, but it's not finished. So if any water gets in there, it's gonna soak. Not that I think water is getting in there, but still. Wasp nest. Don't need that in my life. We'll paint this blue one day. Wasps are kind of dumb sometimes, and if they see blue, they think, "Oh, that's the sky," and then they don't want to mess with it. So it's got a little separation to it. Hopefully you can see. I'm going to mix some up. Get it on the end of our stick. Just cram it in the hole. Use the narrow end here to kind of transfer it. We'll use the wide end to pack it. I don't have any masonry tools. I'm not a mason. So, free or otherwise. My porch. That's the finger with the hole in it. So let's use the finger without the hole in it. What are we doing? Okay. That'll work for that. Want it packed tight. Felt pretty good. Doesn't look great, feels pretty good. Thanks, stick. You've done your job. Okay. Need the lid. Come with me. One thing I forgot to mention about doing the water heater, because because I thought I'd done it. Open your tap to hot. Maybe you can hear it. What we've done is we have introduced air into the line. That's crud, man. That's water heater crud. Just let that do its thing. It'll take, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. We can just leave it running for as long as we need to. Gotta break the vacuum. And I thought I'd already done it. Okay, let me get back to work on this. I'll see y'all in a bit. Then I'll come and maybe patch these with some of our filler. We'll see. Okay, getting you back in the thing. That's got it. That's got it pretty well. I think I can be happy with that. Man, this thing spins a lot. Sorry. Like I said, I'm using a mic stand. That's what I got. It's the base. Oh yeah, there's your problem. Whoa, hi. Nobody needed to see that. I don't love this little phone thing. It's the best one I got, and it still kind of sucks. Kind of. Okay. There we go. I don't hear the sink gurgling anymore, so that should be done. Step 2. Apply some kills. Now, I just bought these chip brushes because this is oil-based. It's an oil-based primer. Blocks heavy stains and odors. Excellent adhesion. Blocks water. Seals surfaces. This is oil-based or alcohol-based, now that I think about it. It doesn't really matter. Good stuff, though. Zinsser, I think, is the other brand. Makes something very similar to this. Good stuff as well. I bought this one because it was on sale. Wasn't any big, emotional decision about it. Anyway, I bought these because you don't clean this off your brush. You're just going to use it, you're going to throw the brush away. You can roll it, you can spray it. This is not what I had planned on using this for, but what I planned on using it for, I just needed brushes, so I bought brushes. A 3-inch brush would make the shortest work. Let's consider the opening we got here. That's real close, man. That's real close. Might make a mess. Since this countertop's already a mess, I don't care. If you want to avoid making a mess, get something with a little wider throat you can pour that into, or use a smaller brush. You should stir this. I don't have any stirring sticks. But if, putting it in a mixing machine for a while is good enough. That's probably good enough for here, right? I'm not mixing color. Done. Oh no, I don't have a thing to open it with. Look at that. Okay, that's it. Let's get some kills on this wall. It's dry enough that it's not going to be too terrible. Might not be a bad idea to do this in a well-ventilated space. Currently, I do not have that, so we're just going to go with it. Oh yeah, nice and runny. That's what we like. There's a lot of things that are going to kill me. This will not be the thing that does so. Put money on that. It does not have to be pretty. It does not have to be like finish quality. It just needs to cover. And because it is so warm, this is a little bit on the runny side. Not bad, just a little bit. Because these bristles on this brush are so short, you really have to kind of dig in a little bit. If I had a longer bristle brush, that would be one thing. I don't like using good brushes for this stuff because, like I said, I'm just going to be throwing it away. If I'm painting, I've got some really nice, I think they're Worcesters. Worcesters are handy brushes, and I really like those. I will clean those. I treat those better than I treat most people. Because a really good paintbrush is a really nice thing to have. And the better you keep it, the longer it will last, and the more uses you get out of it. And a good paintbrush should cost you $20-25 minimum. A pack of 6 of these I think was $9. So I'm trying to leave a little bit of a gap between our unfinished surface and our finished surface, so when I clean all this off, I'm not disturbing this at all. It shouldn't come off, but if this happened to attach to this, it could peel a little bit. And then I'd have to do more touch-up. And I don't want to do that. I will if I have to. I'm going to go out of my way to make sure I don't have to. When this all dries, I'll come back and I'll address these holes. And then I will kind of top over those. I don't want to wait. What should be a couple hours project, I don't want it to take 3 days. But you know, laundry needed done, had to eat breakfast, had to do the litter box. I'm a one-man show for a little while. Not worried about this rubber cement that was holding the Formica on. Like I said, this is more about function than form right now. It'll get covered up, and nothing's going through the rubber cement because it's, rubber cement. That's not how it works. Okay. That's really it. We didn't use a whole lot of this this can here. And because this wall is still fairly dry in some spots, it's already soaked in and it's getting tacky already. So, I mean, one of the things I've learned in doing this for myself, for other people, with amateurs, you know, people my level, a couple of professionals, a couple of amateurs who thought they were professionals, a couple of professionals who thought they were amateurs. The one thing I've learned in doing renovations, remodels, those kind of stuff, haven't done a whole lot, not going to pretend I have, but my job for a while was doing maintenance at some apartments. Some of you may be old enough to remember that. And this was the kind of thing I would have to do there. Flip them, turn them, get them ready to be rented again. And sometimes it was real quick and easy. Sometimes it was go and repair a water heater, install a microwave, new outlets, new switches, painting all the time, replace doors, replace door jambs, hang doors. One of the things I've learned doing this is that the more time you put into your prep, the better your end result will be with less effort at the end. Now, that doesn't mean I'm just going to be, willy-nilly throwing crap up on the wall when it comes time. But because we took so long to get this down as far as we did, this is going to stick really, really well, and it's going to do the job. And I may even come in when it's all said and done and look about getting maybe some, like a tuck wrap kind of water barrier thing, if they make a vapor and water barrier for the inside. And I'll do that. And then we'll frame, and then we'll drywall, and then we'll paint. Don't know yet. That's the plan right now. But yeah, there you go. It's an awful lot of work to take off that little bit of product. If I didn't want to do this with the whole wall, I would just frame over it. But I want this gone, so I can get back there and make sure that I'm not going to have another big old black spot right here in 4, 5, 6 months coming through the drywall. That's why we take the time to do it right. I have some lights. Let me grab those just a second. We might do lights for the next video while the power's off. I really like shopping thrift stores. I picked up a couple of these. They cost me $3.59 a piece. These are not $3.59 a piece, brand new. 15 watt LED, no bulbs to replace, 50,000 hours, 1,050 lumens. We'll put 2 or 3 in here, maybe a ceiling fan later on. But what I like about things like this, this one's dented. I'll have to undent it. Must have been when I was at the thrift store. Anyway, it's not terrible, but it's fixable. Maybe we'll see. Maybe the other one's not dented, and we'll use that one, and we'll put a fan in the other side. So on the back, you can pop these tabs out. Take the dome off. There you go. That's what they look like. Just wire it up. This one will fit into a certain receptacle. Junction box. This screws into your junction box. And then the whole thing. I really need, like, if I was doing this for a living, I wouldn't be doing this for a living. This goes into your junction box. Oop, there it is. And then this feeds through the middle. And you just press it. Press it into the box. And then you got a light. Real low profile, real good light output. I've used similar things to this before that didn't have a dent in it. But, I mean, I've kind of bent that out most all the way already. So, I mean, for $3, 2 of them cost me $7. That's less than half the price of, that's probably less than a fourth of the price of a brand new one. So, they will do the job, man. Put one in here in the kitchen where one used to be. We'll put one in the office where that ceiling fan is. The bathroom will have, I've got a fixture with a fan in it. That's going to go in the bathroom. Even though we don't have a shower, there's not going to be a shower or a tub in there. I want a fan, just an exhaust fan. And then halfway between the ceiling fan where it sits currently and this other light in the kitchen, we'll put a ceiling fan in. But not that one. That one's terrible. Anyway, that might be our next project. I don't know if there's junction boxes in this ceiling. There aren't in the house, which is very not to code, as they say. So thanks for joining me for this first bit. The water heater is done. I don't hear any more water coming through the tap. So we'll go close that, because here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to forget and then turn the water back on while that drain's open. You will have a mess. Yeah, I don't know what we'll do next time. We might tear this cabinet out. We might tear that out. We might tear those down. We might do the lights. I feel like doing lights while the power is off is probably a good idea, because I'm not going to run into any situation where I'm, gee, did I leave the power on? You know what I'm saying? But if I'm going to do the light in here, I need to take care of all this. So we'll see. Thank you all for joining me. See you next time. Okay, it is 3 p.m. It is 90 something degrees outside. Not bad in here though. I came out. This is dry. Just fine. I'm going to start on this mess. Hook up the old Bluetooth speaker there and just start tackling this stuff. Because I do think we will do the lights. There. I'm assuming there's a junction box in there. I'll have to get a screwdriver and a couple things out here to do that job. But for now, I need to get this, tackled so I can get that down. And then that down. And I want to hang those up somewhere. Those will probably go in here. I could almost, honestly, start taking that bathtub apart. I don't know where the feed line for the water goes is the issue. But I'd like to hang those metal cabinets that came off the wall. Maybe like right here. This built-in thing. It's interesting, but it's stupid. It's very deep for a little shelf. And I'm hoping well, that's busted. I'm hoping that, I mean, come on. GCFI? Anybody? Anybody? It's 2 feet away from a faucet. 2 feet. I'm hoping the electrical's all up here. I mean, it almost has to be. This is one of the fun parts about doing stuff like this, is you start digging into things, you're like, oh God, what the hell were they thinking? I was looking for that. I thought I threw it away because it's garbage. And it is. It's kind of garbage. All staple guns are garbage. Except Stanley's. Stanley's are not garbage. Well, okay. I've got kind of the situation sorted out here. Now, which one do I want? That one? That one. There we go. All right, step 1. Replacing our fixture. We're going to get this fan down. Now, I've taken this whole thing apart once already to clean it, because God, was it gross. But now we're just going to take the whole thing down. And I don't have a ladder out here. I don't think it would do me much good. My ladder is a 6-foot ladder, so it's roughly my height. So I'd stand on the bottom step, and then my head would be like right here. So don't want that. I think they couldn't go and get another one of these. This little ball thing here. I don't know if that's in frame or not. To attach the chain, so they taped it and then put a binder clip on it. You know, that's something. It's a relatively new light bulb. I think I put that in here. Neighbors are here. Hi, neighbors. What's happening? All right, so step 1. Confused already. I'm trying to keep this as a sweaty fat guy free as possible. This may be TVMA in some regions. I've never seen a ceiling fan fixture attached like this. It usually has that put and you do the turn thing. This one just looks like it's got 4 screws holding it up. You know, I didn't grab my wire strippers, and maybe I should have done that. Maybe. Oh, do I need to take the blades off? I do. Damn. This is the worst part. I hate doing blades. Because like, it starts out great. You know, you're just trucking along, doing what you're doing, making progress. Then by about the 3rd and a half one, you're like, oh, my arms are tired. Mayhap there be some tool bro watching this someday. It's like, Black & Decker, God, those are baby tools. Let me tell you something about my Black & Decker tools. I realize these are not like pro level Hilti Festool, you know, these aren't those tools. I'm not that guy. I'm going to tell you the other thing though. This, when I bought it with the battery, was $80. If I lose this, if it dies, if it breaks and I got to get a new one, oh no. If it's a Hilti and it dies, I got to take out a second mortgage. So, I mean, you laugh at me all you want. I'm going to tell you what. That DeWalt that cost 4 times what this thing does didn't take out the screws any better. I'm not liking what I'm seeing, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is bolted on. This is a weird... This is weird. I see a white wire. I might see 2 white wires. That's bad news. We gotta get these off. It looks like it might be a 1/4 inch. Open. Open. The fastener's sticking out. These aren't deep enough. Of course. Of course. That one. It's the right size, it's just not deep enough. Uh-oh. Got an angry squirrel outside. Well, we'll be right back. Don't touch that dial. We've encountered a situation in which I like to refer to it as I didn't need that tool yet. So I don't have a socket deep enough to do the job. Look at that. Got it on the first try. So, unfortunately, box wrench it is. We'll give them points. They didn't smash the wire when they put this in. I usually see that happen a lot. Come on. It was not a 1/4 inch, it was a 5/16. I mean, gotta be fair. But when you really stop to consider it, 1/4 to 5/16, you know. So this is what I was concerned about. I do have a black wire and a white wire, which is good. Except my black wire and my white wire aren't what's coming out of the ceiling. Oh, that shouldn't wiggle like that. Maybe you could buy wire nuts like that anymore. Well, there's a box in there. Kind of. I'll be damned. I mean, that's all the wire I got. There's a whole bunch in there. We got a 2 here, coming into a 1 here, coming into a 1 here. Black's just stuck. Come with me. Come with me. Light. 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 Isn't that pretty? Isn't that nice? So there's... I think we've got... I don't know what we've got. To tell you the truth. We got some real skinny drywall there. Tell you that. We have a 2 blacks going to a white. We got a black over here all by itself. So it is my belief, it is my assumption, our breakers in there, I think one comes up to that one, to this one, to the bathroom. That is my assumption. Over here, that's water heater, that's stove, we got that. These are the baseboard heaters, got that. These 220s should be the outlets, which means this 10 and this 10 should be the lights. Unless that bathroom light is on its own, or the bathroom faucet, or the bathroom outlet That says BASL or base. But 8 and 9 are baseboard, not 7. I think 14 says Fillmore. Look, what does that say? It looks like furnace, but there's not a furnace out here. I don't think there ever was a furnace out here. And I don't think you'd put a furnace on a 20 amp breaker unless it was real little. Well, I mean, at least I don't have to have this figured out anytime soon. This one's fine. It's not great. I don't know why this, when you could have just done one piece and not had another splice in it. I don't much care for these. And they're all sticky. So the electrical in the house is very similar, except there's no junction boxes in the house. It just there's the rock. There's 2 holes. One wire comes out of one wire comes out of the other, and there's maybe that much to work with. You get maybe half an inch. This is better, but God, not by much. Given a situation like this, what I, your old pal Jason, would prefer to do would be to just rip out all that wire and then run a whole new one. And we could do that. I don't have any Romex right now, but I mean, we're gutting the whole thing. It's doable. So, I think let's take this one down and see what it looks like. This is our camera stand right there. Isn't that fancy? Only the finest. Only the finest, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, get you back in here. There's a reason I play video games for you guys. Not like make real videos. Oh God, that one's all the way in. So is that one. What did you guys do? Oh. Hooray! We did it. That was a great job. I love the duct tape holding the insulation on. Why this place didn't burn down is a mystery. I hate to do this to your fine craftsmanship. But I need in there. I shouldn't do that. I mean, that's probably where I pulled it off, but still. This is a slotted screw. So extra fun. I'm trying to go real slow so I don't lose it. just pull. Well, I'll be damned. There is a second screw on there. I'll be damned. There we go. Oh. Can you see? Can you see what I see? Here. Can you see? You see a problem with that? Maybe. Do you notice that something's missing? Here's a hint. Where's the goddamn wire nut? Look at that one. This wasn't even looped. It was just like tucked in there. Jesus Christ. I said it before. I'll say it again. I wonder this place didn't burn to the goddamn ground. They get the ground screw in there and nothing's attached to it. All right. Let's get you guys back over here. Yeah, Harry. That's wonderful. It's not even in the box on this side. Oh, Lord. Jesus Christ, this is 5-inch screw? These do not come with that light. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see how excessive this was. This could have been half that. Could have been half that. You don't need a 3-inch screw for this. The base of the thing's 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 off the thing. That's 2 inches of screw you don't need. God, no, that's just a joke. That's just a joke. That's what that is. What? Okay, the one that didn't need to be long was excessively long. The one that needed to be long, 3/8. 3/8 of an inch. Look, I'm no this old house new or old Yankee workshop. But this ain't right. And wait till you guys see what's in the box. It'll just be about 20 minutes before I get this screw out. There we go. I want to take a moment and just reiterate here that not only is there absolutely no power to the building, it's shut off at the city. There's no meter, no nothing. I do have the switch off and all the breakers off. It's probably excessive safety, but you know, I've been shocked a couple of times and I don't recommend it. So here I got again. God, Lord. 3 blacks and a white go in there. I mean, that's not my kind of porn, but you know, you guys do you. There's, I'm thinking the ground. Just hanging out, chilling. I got 3 whites and a white there. Three whites and a white, 3 blacks and a white coming in. Oh, all right. Sure. What the hell ever. Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in every DIYer's life when you look at a situation like these and you have a couple options. We're clearly past the give up stage. Because if I mean, that's a hazard. Wow, that's not even okay. I don't think these are right. That one's not right. This one's okay. Should be a yellow if you're running like that. Hell if I know on that one. I could take this panel cover off and look back there, but God, I'm scared to see what I find. It's 9,000 coats of paint holding it to the wall. Hi, Lucy. Thank you. So this may be one we might just start cutting holes, man. I wanted to save as much of the ceiling as I could, because hanging drywall on a ceiling without a lift is not a lot of fun. And I've used a lift, and that was not a lot of fun. I don't know why there's so many wires in there. There's way too many. There should be 2. 2 in, 2 out. If it comes this way, right, you're going to have a hot and a neutral, blurp. You're going to have a hot and a neutral, blurp. One of them is going to go over to the switch, blurp, and back and follow the thing, make the circuit, right? That's if you want it hot at the fixture. California circuit, I think they call that. I don't know why you'd ever want to do that. I want it hot at the switch. So when I turn the switch off, it kills this. If it's hot here and you turn the switch off, you still have a hot wire up here. My flashlight's still on, I don't care. We might just have to start cutting some holes and seeing what I got. How much wire would I need to run that? Let's get a rough estimate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, call it 7, 8. Times 2.5, 20. So I'd need 25 feet to do that one. Plus going up, so call it 30 feet. So if I got 75 feet of, and I want it grounded. So if I got 75 feet of 12.3, I could do it. Since there's not going to be this wall here, that light, and the one that's right about in the middle where this wall is, where I'm going to have a real close, tight to the wall ceiling fan. So we go. Our neutral goes all the way. And our hot will go to the switch over there by the wall. And then back up. Finish the circuit. How we get the hot over there, that's another question. Here's some more of that lovely Formica. Apparently the volume button stops the video. Lucy, You're not certified. I'm very sorry. We don't want a repeat of last time. I'll be with you in a moment. Thank you. So we might just need to... That's solid. That's not. That's hollow there. That's solid there. So maybe... Every time I turn around, I find a damn nail in the wall. This... I don't know. That looks like it got wet. That could be water, something or other. So, and one of these goes up to that light right there. And it just... don't even have to open the door. It's just right there. And again, that's 4 wires when there only needs to be 2. Okay, well, I think that'll be the plan. I think the best thing to do with this, we'll just open it up and go. Start ripping things out. I have a feeling all of the projects are going to be like this going forward with this apartment here. Come on, flip over. There you go. I mean, this is confusing, but like I kind of get it. If it's going the way I think it's going. This one, I mean, I'm not kidding. If you didn't see it, that black wire going to the fixture was just kind of like, just chilling. It's just kind of, like that. Just trusting friction and the fact that it was screwed to the ceiling. Barely. At least the box is in there good. Okay. Well, didn't get as much done as I wanted, but I got a box of trash. These are trash. I got the cables and all that straightened up. We got some stuff moved around. It's better.